Hey everybody, welcome to the first All About the Mouse of 2025. So this time our inspiration is a picture of Spaceship Earth, or not Spaceship Earth, I'm sorry, Space 220, the restaurant. And when I saw that, I saw circles. Lots of circles from the different planets that were behind. So it just so happened that I also had some pictures from 2023 of when we went to Space 220 that I haven't used. But here is what I'm going to be doing. I have a cut file that I will try to link you to. I have my circle die cuts, and I have some photos, and we are going to use this to kind of create, and I might do it the other direction, but who cares? I'm going to be cutting out some circles, and then I'm going to be cutting out my journaling, and I'm going to be putting it behind these circles. And with that, I'm going to put you on fast forward, and you can watch the process. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, so now I'm going to walk you through the process. This is almost at 4 times speed, just so you don't have to watch it super slow. But the first thing I did was try to cut out all of the circles. Now, what I figured out is that although I had measured the circles and my die cuts, ends up that my die cuts actually cut in the middle of that circle, not at the edge of that circle that you see, the metal circle. Yes, I should have known that. But so they were slightly smaller than the pictures, but it's going to end up working out just fine. So I did do a QR code as well. The QR code was for the elevator ride up from Spaceship Earth. And I took a lot of time fiddling with this particular circle because I wanted to make sure I didn't cut the words out. Now that I realize that it's cutting in the middle of the metal circle, that's where the blade is, it all works out. And I end up really liking it. I have one picture that you're about to see that I cut it too wide, and then I got a lot of white space. I'm going to end up just trimming that eventually. I really struggled with just getting these right. I probably fiddled with this way more than I had to. Hindsight 2020, I should have just used my Cricut and done a print and cut. I don't know about anybody else. Maybe if you have a silhouette, it works better. My Cricut print and cuts always just seem to be insane and take me a long time. So once again, I'm going to fiddle with how to put these in here and figuring out the best placement. Ends up the QR codes. I'm going to cut this particular circle out, and I think I end up really I don't know. Like I have these and I'm putting these in places and I'm cutting things out, trying to figure out where to put them, and then I'm going to rotate the circle. You know, I probably spend way more time fiddle faddling with this than I should have. I just in my head it was going to work out so much better, and I do love the way it turned out. It just took me a lot longer than it should have. Um, and eventually it all works out. So all I would say is that if you are going to do something like this, maybe plan a little better than I did, which is fine. Um, I but this is what I end up with. I think this is what I end up with, or at least very close to that. And I really do like it. So now I'm putting I'm going to glue down like the middle of this just so it stays in place. And then I'm going to put the photos and the journaling in it slowly and then kind of glue around it. That way I can lift these up and move them around. That seems to be what works for me. Do what works for you. But I also really wanted this QR code and I really wanted to go with the circles. I hope you guys see when you look at the spaceship or the spaceship, I keep saying Spaceship Earth, the Space 220 kind of photo there. And here's where I just end up trimming it. The white's really going to bother me, so I'm just going to trim it. These circles are all kind of wonky. Nobody's going to notice. Um, that you see circles. So that's really what I saw. I saw the Space 220 with kind of the messy oval, the three planets all there in a row, and that's kind of the inspiration of this messy circle background. I'm using Reasons to Smile from Chamel, and I am using some of the embellishments for that. So the background paper right there is from Reasons to Smile, and then all of the embellishments are from different parts of Reasons to Smile. So I have the paper repack, the sticker book, and a couple of the embellishment packs. And what I'm going to do now is just go through these embellishments and find ones that I like and find ones that work on the page and then put those on there. It is really a simple page. Hindsight, I wish I wish I had taken the time to back this paper because I did use one of the papers from the paper pad instead of one of the papers from the collection, and it's a very flimsy. So this is a very heavy page for a flimsy piece of paper. I may go and get just one of my regular solid colored cardstocks and end up backing it, just sticking it on there just to give it some weight. So that is my one kind of complaint about the paper pads is they are just real flimsy. They're lighter weight cardstock, so they're more like paper than cardstock even. So that's part of the problem. Um, so you see, I'm pulling out some rainbows, some words, the cameras, a couple of washi strips, and just figuring out what I like and what I don't like. And then I'm going to put all of the paper repad stuff back, and I'm just pulling through it one at a time, basically. Let me see where I am. Oh, I love that floral banner piece. There's two of them in there, so I'm going to end up using that on another layout, I know. These paper repads are also like the paper packs are like the paper pad. Ooh, that's a lot of alliteration right there. In that they're thinner paper. So it's it is you get a lot more of it and it's really cool, but it's super thin, so you just have to understand that and be willing to work with that. So because I had cut that one circle to fit a photo earlier, I knew I needed something that was circular to fit up there, and I found that rainbow ends up being perfect. It makes it look like the cut was intentional. The rainbow's filling it in. They have this little pie piece. I added that to the outside, kind of adding another circle. And then I'm going to pop up this enjoy. The enjoy is going to end up being my title. And that's super fun. And I'm going to put it right there in the middle. So what I have is not a lot of quote unquote white space and not a lot of shapes that aren't round. I don't have a lot of harsh lines. And even the two pieces of washi that I had that would have been harsh lines have shapes in them that make the harsh lines go away. The next thing I'm going to do is pull out the smaller pieces from the ephemera pack, and I'm going to end up just using, I think, the ones that are vellum, a few hearts, another rainbow, another camera. So this is kind of a rainbow and camera kind of page, and just love that. I'm not overly worried about are the shapes matching the theme of the photos because this is a pictures of us going to basically a bar. At the end of the day, Space 220 is a bar. Um, and that's kind of what my journaling is about is that we just went to the bar side. We did not go to the restaurant. The restaurant, for those of you that have been to Disney, is uber expensive. It's a prefix menu and it is very expensive. The bar has the fun drinks. You just get to ride in the elevator. You get to see all out the windows. They have a couple of menu items. So if you're going without kids and you just want to see the experience, I highly recommend the bar. And then kind of the last thing that I'm going to do is add a little bit of white Nuvo drops just to add a little bit more background to this page. And with that, I'm going to let you take it back to live, Jessica, to close us out.
Hopefully you enjoyed that, and hopefully this was inspiring to you. Get a cut file, fill in some circles, bring some embellishments to the middle, and have fun and enjoy. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time when it's all about the mouse.